it's Melissa. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. I wanted to welcome all our newbies. There's always lots and lots of new Silhouette users this time of year, so that means lots and lots of questions and lots of people that are pulling their hair out and want to throw their machine out the window, and I want to get you off to a good start. So I thought I'd share a couple tips with you this morning. I said 5, and it's probably more than 5 because I tend to ramble. So I'm looking at my computer because I wrote them all down here so I didn't forget to tell you anything. But I want to start with the machine so that I can get this out of the way because I have a couple other things to show you. So first things first, when you get your Cameo, you want to unpack and make sure you remove all of the packing material. There's typically tape on here. There's like some styrofoam foam or for shipping. So you want to make sure you remove all of that. If your machine is making like a grinding noise or it's not cutting correctly, it feels like there's tension on there, there's probably some type of packing material still on there. Now, do not worry if your machine is making a loud noise. This is not a quiet machine, as we all have come to know, all right? So if it's making some noise, that's normal. I want you to know that. All right, once you've got it out of the box and unpacked, especially with the Cameo 3, this includes the black Cameo 3s, the pink, the teal, the lavender, and the white. They all need a firmware update out of the box, okay? So Ashley is going to throw up the links, but it's silhouetteamerica.com/firmware. Don't even try to make your first cut before, hi Rachel, before you update your firmware, okay? So that's like a 10 or 15 minute process. You want to do that. You want also, while you're on the Silhouette America website, you want to click Update Software in the top right corner and download the most recent version of the software. Don't worry about beta. You want to do current version, okay? Which right now is, I think, 4.1. I don't know, 4.1.2, I think. It's current version. That's what you're looking for. Ashley will update. We'll send you that link for that as well in the comments. And when I'm done, I'll throw all the links up at the top. Okay. Now, number 1 complaint that I get. My Cameo 3 is not working. I got one this weekend from this poor lady. She's like, Melissa, please help me. My husband already thinks I wasted my money. I need to make sure that he knows that I'm not nearly as crazy. I am far more crafty in my head than I'm coming across right now. Don't worry. Okay, so here's the thing. This is your auto blade, which comes with the Cameo 3 and now the Portrait 2, okay? That doesn't mean that you can't use the ratchet blade or the fabric blade or even the deep cut or any of those other blades with the Cameo 3. But this typically happens with the Cameo 3. This auto blade has ridges on the back and ridges on the left red carriage. The auto blade needs to be completely pressed down into the carriage. Okay, line up those ridges and then lock it into place. You don't want any type of gap between the blade and the carriage, okay? So if your blade is even like this, it's not going to cut correctly. You want to make sure it's completely pressed down there. All right, so between the firmware and a blade not being pressed down, you can forget it. All right, so I don't know. Are we up to 5 tips yet? I have a few more for you. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is all the machines come with, as I said, the blade. They also come with a cutting mat. Now, if I bought this because I'm doing a blade side-by-side comparison, because as you know, I went on a little rant a few weeks ago about how there's counterfeit mats out there. This is a legit mat. That is not a brand new Cameo 3, so I bought this separate. You want to get them, when you need to replace them, you want to get it from a reputable distributor. I bought this from Swing, but you can get them. Amazon is rough right now for mats because they appear to be legit mats and they're not. Okay, so the mats come like this. A legitimate Silhouette mat does not have anything on the back. It doesn't have anything that needs to be peeled off. It only has this blue liner. When you peel this blue liner off, that's when you get the sticky, okay? keep the liner. That'll protect and keep your mat clean. All right, now, a brand new cutting mat is very sticky. So if you go to try to cut something that has a paper backing, or it's paper itself, what's going to happen 99 times out of 100 is when you go to peel that vinyl or that paper back off, you're going to get stuff stuck on your mat. So take like a clean t-shirt and just blot your mat a little bit to remove some of the sticky, okay? You're not removing all of it, and it doesn't need to be, you don't need to do this for, you know, very much time. But what you want to do is just remove some of that excessive sticky so that you are not ending up with paper stuck on your mat. All right, now, speaking of vinyl, you want to know how to know what type of vinyl you have. So let's say you got a bundle that has all this vinyl and you're so excited, you want to get to your first project, you're like, well, what am I doing? I'm trying to iron this vinyl on and it's not sticking. Okay, well, this is not iron-on vinyl. And how we know that is because on the back, first of all, this says Oracal. It is paper. So a paper-lined vinyl is adhesive vinyl. That's for things like hard goods, like a wall or a mug or a tumbler, okay? And we have a tutorial or a blog post that Ashley will throw up about how to tell which type of vinyl you have. So adhesive vinyl is on a paper liner. It needs to be cut on that paper liner, okay? And after it's cut, that's when you're gonna weed away or remove, weeding is the term for removing the excess vinyl. When you're cutting vinyl, you do not want to go through the vinyl layer and the backing. You only, the goal, this piece keeps falling. You only want to go through the vinyl layer itself, okay? All right, so peel that off when you're done cutting, all right? Now, HTV, heat transfer vinyl, does not have a paper backing. What it does have is a clear carrier sheet, okay? The clear carrier sheet is what we refer to as the shiny side. And when you are cutting, you want to cut with the shiny side down onto your mat. So the dull side, which is actually the adhesive side, but it's not sticky because it's only heat activated adhesive, that side needs to be up. Now because you're cutting with the back up, that means that in Silhouette Studio, you need to mirror your design, okay? And I also have a whole section on the blog. It's called New Start Here. When you go there, you'll find all the one-on-one or beginner tutorials. I've got, you know, a beginner vinyl. I've got a beginner HTV. I have updated them all for the current version of Silhouette Studio because now we're on to like tip 12. Well, the problem that a lot of users are experiencing, and believe me, it's a struggle for myself, and I know as other bloggers as well, is that we have been using Silhouette Studio V3 or V2 for years, and now about 4 or 5 months ago, V4 came out, and it looks completely different, and new users specifically are very thrown off. I really tried to make it a priority to update my, especially the beginner tutorials. The software works the same, it just looks different, so I don't want you to get thrown off. And I had one last tip. Oh yes, this is like my best advice. Do not pick some complicated project to start with, okay? You don't know how many emails I get that are like, Melissa, I have this 8 color logo that I bought my Silhouette to make. Okay, well that 8 logo is great, but let's back it on up and cut it on 1 color vinyl to start, and then you can worry about the 7 other colors, okay? You really need to start with a simple project. This is what Bob tells me. So my husband, if those of you that are just meeting me, hello, my husband is my full-time business partner, and he sometimes answers email because he thinks that he now knows a lot about Silhouette. I'm just like, okay, just calm down. He knows a little thing or two. He's so proud of himself when he tells me, well, you just need to press the auto blade all the way down. But one thing that he does know is that you need to start with simple designs to start. So we always recommend starting with something like a circle, because cutting a circle is easier than even cutting a square. There's no corners to mess up, nothing, okay? So you want to start with a simple design, and that's not really for the purpose of cutting so much as it is for the purpose of learning the techniques, like learning how the vinyl needs to go on the mat and learning where the send panel is and how to turn the cut lines on, okay? So just learn the techniques and then you'll build on that, and I promise you, you'll cut your learning curve down, okay? All right, and if you need more help, 1,000+ tutorials on the blog, 3 search boxes, please use them. If you don't know the search terms, totally get that. Feel free to email me anytime. I answer every email, or Bob or Ashley. You know, we answer all the emails. We answer every email. And then, of course, the Ultimate Silhouette Guides and Silhouette U. But you guys know there's tons of resources out there. We are happy to help. Newbies are my favorite. Not that I play favorites, but they might be my favorite. All right, and I knew nothing more than you did this time 4 years ago. Okay? All right, guys, have a fabulous day. I hope you get off to a great start with your silhouette. Do not throw it out the window. Do not pull out your hair. Don't call me or don't call me. Don't email me and tell me that, you know, you wasted your money and you're returning it. You're fine. Just settle down. Simmer down. Okay? We're all in this together. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you on Wednesday.